colours, and they're in a slightly different medium. So watercolours is a much lighter paint, it's much lighter, and it's a beautiful paint to use. It's not forgiving. You can't, if you make a mistake, you can't hide it.
Oh.
So
they're summery.
They're summery, yeah. It's much lighter. Oil paints are heavier and darker, but watercolours are more like sheets of glass sitting on top of each other, and they're just about, again, they're light paintings. They're about me again. They're sort of my own story again. Particularly at a time last year, which was very difficult because my mother passed away and my best friend passed away, and the painting in the middle, for example, is called Cloud Hat, and it's me wearing a big hat on my head like a cloud, but it's that thing of feeling despair, and you have to go out and you have to go about your daily life, and you're holding grief, and you're meeting people who have sadness in their lives, and so those paintings are about that, yeah. They're about
sadness in life.
Yeah, the sad times we all go through, and we do our best for our friends and for our family, and you help them along, and you carry this with you.
Where do you get the ideas from? Do they just pop out?
It's a good question. I think they come from inside. They come from your own story. I tend to draw very much on my own life, I suppose, and from the people I know and the people I meet, and from stories people tell me. So they're very close to home. That's where they come. Sometimes they do just sort of pop out, but I think they're in the background in your head. I do, though, in general, I do think a lot. I think a lot about the paintings, but I don't spend much time.
You're kind of a songwriter in paint.
That's lovely. Yeah, like a songwriter or maybe a poet. And I wish. I
love
Bob
Dylan.
I wish I had his words, but yeah, Bob Dylan. Yeah, and I suppose music and poetry in particular inspire work as well. I mean, I like reading poetry, and I like music a lot. So those sort of things inspire or bring out feelings that already are there. Yeah.
And this big picture behind me of yourself.
Yeah, the big picture of myself is it's called Self-Portrait After the Sacred Heart. Yeah. And again, it sort of relates to the three watercolours. It's about something that happened, sadness that I carried, particularly from my friend. And in this, my studio in Virginia is very, very cold. It doesn't have heating, and so I get very bad chilblains on my hands, and my hands, break. The skin breaks down, and that's so. I was painting myself and painting my sore hands, and at the same time, my friend was going through a very difficult time in terms of her illness. And really, my complaints were so irrelevant.
Minor.
Yeah,
they were minor compared.
They were so minor, and I guess that painting is about the thing of it's about the thing of your own troubles. So maybe it was about showing my own. I suppose showing my own vulnerability, but showing that there was nothing I could do.
I know. Everybody goes through that. If I only could do something. Yeah. But you can't.
Maybe sometimes you can just only be there.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
a bit of support.
That's it, yeah. And it's interesting. Ted McCarthy, the poet, came in a few times, and he was very struck by that painting, and he wrote the most beautiful poem. And it'd be lovely, actually. I should put you in touch with Ted to read this poem, because it's his response to that painting, and he didn't know the story behind the painting, so he just came in on his own and stood in front of the painting and then wrote this lovely poem called What Is She Looking At? And it's a wonderful poem, a wonderful response, and he gets the sadness, and he gets what it's about,
So how long are you going to be here for?
It finishes on Saturday, which is, I think, the 3rd, is it?
Yeah, it is the 3rd.
Today's the 1st, I think. So it's about, so it finishes on the 3rd, and then I have some of the big painting here. Really is a start of a new body of work, which is going to be in Farmley in Dublin next August, in Farmley, in the gallery in Farmley house. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a really big space, and the paintings here will look very different there because it's a very long. It'll be just completely different. I mean, I love the town hall space. It's a really good space to show in because it's not too big and it's intimate, and it's, you know, a lot of people have come in to see it. But it's just different. Paintings look different in different places. So that's that, and then I'll be showing an exhibition in India next year as well, and a couple more smaller shows coming up. There are 2 fairly big solo shows.
So you get about.
I do get about. I do, yeah.
It's not just Cavan.
No, it's not just Cavan, but it is my first time. I mean, I've shown overseas this year. This is my first time showing in Cavan, so...
And what do you think of the people of Cavan coming to see you?
I think, you know, I was scared in a way because I was afraid that it's different. I wasn't afraid of nobody coming in, actually. I knew people would come in, but the honesty and the warmth of the people coming in has been really, really amazing, and I'm very genuine about that. And people have come, like before you came in here, my friend Damien, who was here, came in and sat down, and the conversations, you know, that were going on with the different people who were walking through, you know. Yeah. As I said, lots of the schools came in, and children from all over the place, and people working in theatre, people who've just an interest in art, people just passing by shopping who saw the sign who didn't know the place. So there's been a wonderful warmth and reception, people asking about the work, and I think the way art and theatre and all of that works is by people seeing it on an ongoing basis, not just coming to something at Christmas, but people seeing it on an ongoing basis, and I think it enriches our lives, and certainly the people coming in have enriched me because they've told their stories to me as well and related to the work, I guess.
So that billion-dollar question, will you be back?
I'm not going anywhere, so I'm here.
Will you be back to Cavan?
Exhibit
again?
Yeah, exhibit again in Cavan. I mean, I will, and I think people have asked me what is the work? You know, what else am I going to do? And
but you can't really tell us because you haven't really thought of it yet.
No, the only thing I could definitely say that is continuing are these small paintings, which are about people from newspaper images, and that's an ongoing body of work. So there's about 15 of them there, little small paintings of portraits and people on the margins of, you know, refugees or homeless people in Dublin. So that body of work will continue, and I'd like to have about 300 of those, and I definitely would love to show those in here because of the size of the room. Yeah. I'd love to show all those images together in one space. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, we get all sorts of Cavan.
Who's passing there? That's right.
Well, thank you very much for it.
Oh no, thanks very much, Patsy. It's lovely to have you in. Thank you very much.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? And it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor falls and the major lifts, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. And she tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips you drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on a marble arch. And love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Maybe there is a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. No, it's not a cry that you hear at night, not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.